women are slightly different in rural areas. How we handle them is slightly different in rural areas. Priorities are also have to be different in rural areas and urban areas. Let's come to urban areas first. Surveillance. There is no true opinion about the fact that the surveillance of public areas, public spaces, surveillance in public transport will create a lot of deterrence value. It will not only create deterrence value, but it will also create evidentiary value. Because first thing, if people know that they are being watched, the chances that they will commit anything wrong is less. But even if it happens, there is a lot of evidentiary value which we can generate. Now it's a huge task. As Mr. Singh said, lot has to be done. We have to go miles before we can say we have done something. Lot has to be done, and surveillance in public spaces is really a huge task. But at least we can start with surveillance in public transports. I mean, that is a much smaller, relatively smaller task to be taken, whether it is buses or it is government-driven public transport, buses, metros, trains, and all those things. And with all these steps will go a long way in. I am not speaking here as a police officer. I must clarify. I am talking like a citizen. So I am not going to be defensive that we have done this, we have not done that. No, we have to do a lot of surveillance in public transport everywhere, and it will have a huge deterrence value. That is one thing. The second thing is how a woman victim, a lady, female victim is treated when they visit the police station or a hospital. Because, 99% of the women victim, either they will first visit a hospital or they will visit a police station. And of course, the third possibility is when they are in a public transport, they would visit the guard or the driver. And these are the three main elements which have to be sensitized. And we have been talking about it, as Madam Randa Kumari spoke, that a lot of gender sensitization trainings are going all over the country, like in our police also. But it's not only it should not only be restricted to the police, it has to be extended to the doctors. How unsympathetic or how insensitive many of the time doctors are. Or driver of a public transport who says, मैं क्या करूँ? अरे आपके साथ ये हो गया तो मैं क्या करूँ? He doesn't, I mean, there is no SOP for him. There is no one has ever thought that he is a very important point of contact for handling these cases. We have to do a lot of things on that. But coming to rural areas, now I hear a lot of speeches that, okay, when woman goes to police station, she should be heard by a woman police officer, and naturally, that's very right thing to say, because we will feel more confident to speak in front of them. But I always ask, we have, say, 30,000, 40,000 police stations all over the country. Are there women police women in those police stations? We talk big things. But maybe if we go beyond Bangalore and Delhi and all, 80% of the police stations in the country do not have a minimum component of one head constable or 3 constables in the police stations. So when there are no police women in the police stations, how will we fulfill this requirement of women handling the women police handling the women victims? In a lighter note, I hope there are no press people here. Somebody did not quote me. Okay. Somehow, when we talked about women handling women, we have taken it to extreme idiocy, I would say. And pardon me for saying that. Now you will see in many of the states, including my state, there are all women police stations. All women police stations. I always question such, not officially, unofficially, I question such concepts. What do you want to say? That only women should be handling women. You are not doing gender sensitization, we are actually doing gender segregation by saying that only women will be handling women cases, which is actually very wrong thing, very pathetic thing. Instead, we should be saying that men should be sensitized they should be taught how to deal with women in distress. Instead of that, what we are doing is, because it is politically correct, opening all women police stations. And I swear that women officers who are posted to such women police stations are actually discriminated because they are deprived of handling whole lot of cases, and whole life they will be handling such cases, and they become more insensitive than men because of the frustration that they have been given no other responsibilities other than handling this. So this, I just want to conclude my opening remark with that probably we are going in wrong direction by segregating the society more and more. Like as Anki said, that this stupid talk of curfew orders after 7 o'clock, that is as ridiculous as is the fact that only women should handle with women. Though women are required, but that doesn't mean that men should not be sensitized. I'll just close with that the mothers should not only tell daughters what not to do, they should actually be targeting their sons, telling them, listen, beta, don't do this to a woman or a lady or a girl. Thank you.
So thank you very much.